This is Doon Dealgan in County Louth, and at first glance you might think it's just another ring fort, but you'd be wrong. The cattle raid of Chullain describes an epic battle over the Gap of the North, which took place not far from here thousands of years ago. I wanted to find out from local people what's so special about this place, because a very real modern-day battle is underway now at Doon Dealgan, and it's the fight against a planning decision which could change the heritage of the Gap of the North forever. Its modern name, Chulainns Castle, comes from its ancient association with a hero of the Ulster cycle of stories, Chullain, who's said to have been born here. The tales of the Ulster cycle are incredibly important for Ireland and for Ulster in particular, and they're set around the time of King Conor MacNessa, roughly the time of Christ. In these stories, handed down over many generations, there are clues about the people, places, and politics of the past. Hello, little tiny people inside my phone. My name's Anne Harper. I'm a musician and I tell stories. It may come as a surprise to many, but before the arrival of the Argilla, who established the Kingdom of Oriel, this area was controlled by the Ulla, the people of Ulster. I've been interested in landscape archaeology for years now, and the first question I always ask myself when I go to a new place is, what can you see from here? The nearby Bronze Age standing stone, called Lea Lingadon, allows us to see what was so important about this location, because from here there are excellent views of what is known as the Gap of the North. It's a bottleneck, a narrow pass running from modern-day County Louth to County Down. It's the gap between Slievegullin and the Chullain Mountains from which the famous story The Town Bow Chullain, the cattle raid of Chullain, takes its name. This lovely standing stone is associated with Cuchulain's mother, and some say it marks Cuchulain's birthplace. In the story of the cattle raid of Chullain, Chullain, who's known as the Hound of Ulster, protects the Gap of the North from the invader Queen Maeve of Connaught's army, and he does so single-handedly. Another story describes how Doon Dealgan got its name, and it concerns another great mythical warrior, this time Finn McCool. Finn's mother, Maureen, was fleeing across the country to deliver her son into the care of two female druid guardians when she lost a valuable brooch close to this spot. And sometime later, the brooch was found, and that's how come the fort got its name. Its original name was Doon Dealg Finn, which translates as something like the Fort of Finn's Pin. As well as the views of the Gap of the North, you can see multiple burial cairns in the landscape, including Cairnawaddy, the cairn of Finn's dog Bran, which is in the Chullain Mountains, and you can see the Callibera's cairn on the summit of Slievegullin. It's clearly visible with the naked eye. These stories tie Doon Dealgan to two of our most important cycles of stories, the Ulster cycle, including the Town Bow Chullain, and the Fenian cycle of stories, all about Finn and the warriors of the Fianna. As some of you will know, I've been researching stories from the Ulster cycle for my new work, Boats and Bridges, and I've come to Doon Dealgan to meet with a young man named Arden, who has a particular attachment to this place. The story of the cattle raid of Chullain describes an epic battle over control of the Gap of the North, which took place here thousands of years ago. I wanted to find out from Arden why he's so passionate about this place, because a very real modern-day battle is underway now at Doon Dealgan. And it's the fight against a planning decision which could change the heritage of the Gap of the North forever. And if the project goes ahead, it will profoundly impact the setting of the monument and the views to and from it, and the whole experience of coming here. So, what is at stake?
I come up here every other day, every morning. It's part of my routine at this point. It's very good for my mental health, for my physical health, it's good for everything, but I'll come up here and I'll just breathe in the fresh air, the wind, see the sunrise, and it's just so relaxing.
How would you feel if you came here and you were surrounded by houses then?
It's like the whole point I'd come up here is to get a
break.
Away. Exactly, it's like escapism. It's to get away from all of that stress and anxiety and worry and just breathe in nature and have a place to go it's so close to the town that I just have to wander up the road 10 minutes.
How do you think people are using this space now? Are they using it in the same way that you are?
I think so. I think there's a lot of people that do the same. I know people who come up here every morning like me, and I think it's become more of a social space, and it's relaxing that it's so far away from all the noise.
So it sounds like you're describing a community resource, a place that the community benefit from,
Yeah,
which is in danger of being changed
exactly.
so that you can't get the same benefits from it. And they'll say, well, we haven't changed the site, but what they will have changed is the setting of the place.
The experience, the setting. You look around you here, you'll see countryside, you'll see mountains, you'll see relaxing nature that you can look upon and feel fulfilled. If you build houses and apartments all around it, you won't get that anymore.
No,
it's
that
gone.
will have gone
completely.
forever. How does it make you feel? Because I know that you have had a diagnosis. Is it recently?
Yeah, ASD.
ASD.
Autism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sometimes think that these changes, which is something that autistic people will struggle with, they mean so much more to people who are
living here, who experience it every day. Yeah.
And who really care deeply, which
exactly.
autistic people can really feel things very deeply.
It's the whole feeling, the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you really feel that grounds you when you come here.
Yeah.
I can completely relate to that. So thank you for sharing that. I think it's a really important
Thank
part
you
of
for fighting for this.
Never done fight.
Opposition to the development in the local area is strong, with over 200 people paying to lodge their objections. However, as I know well from our planning failures at Knockivey in County Down, a development really can break every rule in the book, and still the planners and the politicians will turn a blind eye. So, when it comes to heritage protection, leaving it to the authorities doesn't feel like an option anymore on either side of the border. The ancient heritage of the Ulla is under threat from an enemy that's much bigger than the army of Queen Maeve of Connaught, and that is greed. The inclusion of a brooch in the story of the naming of Doondealgan is particularly interesting to me because it reminds me of another really important brooch story, and it's associated with Ulster's Royal Centre at Owenmacha, Navan Fort in County Armagh. That story describes the goddess Macha creating the earthworks which surround Navan Fort by digging the pin from her brooch into the ground. And it's tempting to wonder if the story of Finn's mother's brooch from Doondealgan is also a reference to additional earthworks. Our stories are clues to our past. Our lore, our Chulainns, is a relevant planning consideration. Chulainns Castle is part of the ancient, interconnected landscape of Ulster's Red Branch Knights, whether you like it or not. So, as a proud Ulster woman, working with tales from the Ulster cycle, Doondealgan, which has watched over and guarded the gap of the north for thousands of years, is as important to my understanding of these tales as anywhere. But what would I know? I just tell stories.